What's going on, everybody? It's Lucas with Centralian Exotics. Welcome back to another video on our channel. Today I have a box. And that's very exciting because not only is it a box, it's a box with a live, harmless reptile inside. That is right, today we have a new snake, something that always gets me fired up. I had to get up at 4 for work today, which was brutal, but I'm feeling good because I knew this was coming today, and I can't wait to show you what's inside. We've got a really special snake in there. I'm not going to tell you about it yet. I'm not going to tell you about that snake yet. We're going to get to it later. So I know it's pretty cliche, especially right now with the YouTube vlog scene, to do unboxing videos, and I never really wanted to hop on that train. But I figured that this was a pretty rare opportunity. I don't get that many shipments anymore. I'm out of space. To show you how I set up a new snake when I get it. I'm also going to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about quarantining new animals. It's something that everybody knows they should do, but let's be honest, a lot of people say they do, and they really don't. They're like, oh my god, I want to touch it, I want to put it in the cage right away. It's not smart, and we're going to talk about why you do need to quarantine your animals, and I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do that with this new snake. Quarantining new animals is absolutely essential to protecting the other animals that you already have, even if you trust the source that it comes from. It only takes one time for you to be lazy and to skip that process for a bug to get in and possibly take out the rest of your collection. Another big risk is that anything that you get, especially from a pet shop, this guy did come from a pet shop in Colorado, mites. Mites are a huge problem, and even just one little egg that could be hitching a ride on the snake or even on the pillowcase in the box, and you do not want to get mites in your collection. It is absolutely a pain. I have never had them because I'm very strict with my quarantine policy, and I am very cautious about mites. Tim, should we open the box?
Yeah.
See what's in the box? Alright. Now, whenever you're opening a box on YouTube, you have to use something absolutely absurd, otherwise it doesn't count. Just kidding, we're not going to do that. We're not going to kill the snake, so a little bit safer, a little bit smaller. Alright, here we go. Obviously, guys, be very careful when you're using a knife and unboxing a live animal. You don't want to nick yourself or the snake. Usually these things are packed pretty well, but it's obviously just something to be aware of. Alright, the moment of truth. Always inspect the packaging when you get something in, make sure it was packed safe. Make sure everything looks good. This was packed with a lot of newspaper, so we weren't rattling around, which is great. You ready to see what's in here? Here's what we got, guys. Absolutely stunning male Woma python. This is a 2020 baby. It's from the Guy Clark line of Woma pythons. And holy crap, that thing is gorgeous. Look at that. That is one of the prettiest Woma pythons I have ever seen.
Yeah, that is really fun. That is really pretty.
Such amazing high contrast in the bands and so colorful. Really, really nice orange head. He's a good temperature. He definitely didn't get too cold in shipping. He looks very nice and healthy. Moving around, tongue flicking. So of course when you get the snake out of the box, you're going to want to just inspect for any signs of ill health. I'm going to be looking for mites on the snake. They tend to congregate around the face area, so I'm going to be looking around the eyes and the nostrils for any black spots crawling around. In addition to that, keep your ears open, snakes making any noises, anything that might indicate a respiratory issue. In this case, I'm not seeing anything alarming or hearing anything off the bat, so that's a very good sign. But we're still going to quarantine because there could be an unseen visitor. But once again, just look at that freaking snake. That thing is insane. I am so excited to add this Woma python to my collection. It's the perfect complement to the female that I have here. How's it going?
I'm a terrible cameraman.
You can't turn the lens and focus at the same time.
Yeah.
So once again, just look at that snake. I can't believe how clean and crisp the banding is. Really dark coloration for the darker parts, but a really interesting, creamy, almost like yellowish, greenish tinge to the lighter portions, and a really, really nice bright orange, pumpkin orange head. So, snake's out of the box. Now what am I going to do to set this up for quarantine? I'll show you. Alright guys, so I'm going to be quarantining this new snake in this plastic bin. I really like this Ziploc brand of plastic bin, as it has 4 latches on the top and that lid is really secure. Nothing can push its way out of these. I already drilled in air holes, so we're all good in that regard. So I'm going to put this upstairs away from all my other snakes. I'm gonna put a heating pad underneath. I'm gonna hook that up to a herpstat thermostat, and then I'll show you what I do on the inside. Now you guys know that I usually like using a nice substrate that looks a little bit naturalistic, but in this case for quarantine, I'm going straight paper towel. 2 reasons for that. The snake is very small, and I like to start the really little ones on paper towel to eliminate any risk of swallowing too much substrate when they're that small. In addition, I'm going to be treating this with Preventamite spray, just a very light application. And what that's going to do is it's going to eliminate any risk of bringing mites into my collection. I don't have any reason to believe that the snake does have mites, but accidents happen. The person that sold me this snake might have them and not even know it yet. You just never know. So I'm all about taking risk out of the equation. Alright, treating our quarantine enclosure with the Preventamite. A quick note on this stuff, guys, it's pretty toxic. Definitely make sure you follow the directions when you're applying this product anywhere you're going to put a live animal. Make sure you do it outside in fresh air, well-ventilated area. I do not apply a whole lot, and you want to make sure that what you do apply dries completely before you put anything in there. That is the only way to use this product safely. Alright guys, and this is a pretty popular tip, but I'm going to share it just in case you haven't heard. What I'm going to be using for a hide in this quarantine enclosure is just a simple paper towel roll. I went ahead and, funny enough, wrapped it in paper towel so that the snake can't access the gluey residue that's left over when you finish one of these things. But all in all, these make great hides. The snakes can really cram themselves in there and feel secure, especially a little one like this Woma python I have here today. So yeah, just for the sake of a quarantine enclosure, this is a great hide. It's probably not something that I would use in the snake's future permanent enclosure because I like more of the naturalistic look, but for the sake of a temporary quarantine enclosure, absolutely a cheap and effective hide. And there you have it. We went ahead and added in that water bowl there, along with some fake plants, our cheap hide that we talked about, and just for fun, I threw in some dry sphagnum moss to make it a little bit more visually appealing and offer some enrichment for the snake. Alright, we're up where I'm going to be keeping this snake for quarantine, aka the messy attic. Don't look at it, it's so messy. Don't look at it. No, don't look at it, don't look at it. Okay, so what we did here, I have affixed this heating pad to this little piece of furniture here with some aluminum foil tape. That aluminum tape is heat resistant. I have the herpstat set up here. Love herpstat. Fantastic thermostats. So there's a herpstat 1 hooked up, probe right on top of the heating pad here. It's going to go in between my heating pad and the quarantine enclosure. And voila! We got our heat pad underneath right there, controlled by our thermostat. So we got a nice hot side, cold side situation going on. Fresh water. Paper towel roll hide. just add snake. Alright guys, so before I put this guy away, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit more about this particular snake. So as you know, I do have a female Woma python. She was born in 2019. Ever since I got her about a year ago, I've been keeping my eye out for a really nice male. It was something that I've been willing to take my time with because Woma pythons have an enormous amount of variability, and I wanted to make sure that I found the perfect one. Actually, I saw this guy on Morph Market. First time for me buying a snake on Morph Market. But I saw the pictures and my mind just absolutely exploded. I couldn't believe how pretty the snake was. Shout out to Beasties in Colorado. Ron was super helpful. I called him the second I saw this thing listed on Morph Market and ended up buying it same day. But I knew the second that I saw this guy on the internet that he was the one. Of course, that's subjective. I know some people like really light colored womas, reduced pattern stuff, but for me, I think what I like the most in a Woma python is that super high contrast, really clean, defined banding with a lot of vibrant colors, yellows and greens in the lighter colors. And of course, just such a beautiful orange head. Womas are an amazing species. I'm so excited to be working with them. Actually, a fun fact, when I was really getting into Australian pythons for the first time in college, I saved this picture on my cell phone. It absolutely blew my mind. I couldn't believe there was an animal out there that actually looked like that. And I said to myself that I was going to have them someday. Lo and behold, about 3 or 4 years later, absolutely a dream snake, especially one that is as beautiful as this one. Really, really amazing feeling to check it off the list. Can't wait to see how he grows up. We'll definitely keep checking in with this guy here on the channel. Comment down below if you have any name ideas. After naming about 15, 16 snakes, I'm running out of ideas, aside from really stupid ones. So help me out if you have any thoughts. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining us again for another video. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with what we're doing here. Pretty soon we're going to be heading into breeding season, and I'm going to be taking you guys along with me for that. Hopefully we can get our first clutches of Brittles python eggs this season. If you're not new to the channel and you're already subscribed, thank you so much. It really means a lot that you're here watching these videos. Comment down below, let me know what you thought. Hit me with any questions you may have. I try to answer all questions on the videos. And if you did like the video, go ahead and give it that thumbs up button. As you guys can probably tell in this video, I am very sleepy. But regardless of that, I wanted to make sure I turned on the camera to take you guys with me while I unbox the snake and set it up for quarantine. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, be kind to one another, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next one.